This is our podcast, Every Second Lost. I'm Oliver Teague, and I'm in 10th grade.
I'm Prinon Karmaker, and I'm also in 10th grade.
I'm Lucas Park. I'm in 9th grade.
And I'm Guthrie Luke, and I'm in 9th grade too.
Ever since starting high school, I've felt like other people have been at a higher level of educational attainment than me. My fear of falling behind my peers pushed me to take AP Physics my sophomore year, even though I had no interest in doing so.
Do you find yourself putting a lot of your time and energy into that class?
Not really, because I just don't feel motivated to put in a lot of effort. I don't really understand the material, and I feel like no matter how hard I try, I won't get ahead.
How has this affected your mental health?
My mental health was already horrible, but AP Physics made me suffer even more. Not only is it the sense that I can't keep up with the course material and my peers, it's also the feeling that this class I'm supposed to invest so much time and energy into doesn't align with my personal passions.
What are your personal passions? How would you describe them?
I really love history. I love it so much that I usually procrastinate on other subjects in classes by reading about history and watching videos on history.
What do you imagine your life would be like if you hadn't bent to peer pressure and decided not to take AP Physics?
I think I would have engaged in extracurricular activities that aligned with my interest in history. Most importantly, I think I'd be a much happier person.
Prinon's story really made me think about how the pressures students face impact their sense of individuality. Choosing to abandon your own interest to compete with your peers and the toll that can take on your mental health make you feel really disconnected from your passions and identity. Feeling pressured to take AP classes is something a lot of high school students struggle with. For example, if presented with a choice between an AP and a non-AP, regardless of how interesting that non-AP class might be, many students would still opt for the AP because of the advantage they think that will give them in the college admissions process. This mentality also applies to activities outside of the classroom. Students might choose to engage in a hyper-competitive extracurricular over participating in a less intense lunch club that aligns more with what they find interesting. Studies on high school students and academic peer pressure reflect this reality. Dr. Shauna L. Bumuller, for example, wrote in her dissertation that pressure from classmates often leads to students taking, quote, multiple rigorous courses such as advanced placement, end quote, participating and excelling in extracurricular activities. And just as Prinon explained, this pressure also causes students, quote, depression, anxiety, and even thoughts of suicide.
Sadly, Prinon is neither an unusual or rare case in competitive school environments. A study by Paul Gilbert in 2009 for the British Psychological Study linked depression and anxiety to participation in hyper-competitive courses and extracurriculars, especially when students fail set activities, creating a deadly cycle of social emotional trauma as a student continuously tries and fails to meet great social expectations in subjects they have no passion for.
Not only are hyper-competitive environments dangerous, but grade inflation has led to myriad other issues, as K-12 Deep Dive has found. Over the past 11 years, the average high school GPA has increased from 3.17 to 3.36. While some colleges have removed the use of standardized tests, it is difficult to distinguish between individuals. This is why, contrary to the prevailing belief, it is necessary to embrace your individuality over academic achievement.
When it's difficult to go against peer pressure and societal expectations, students should pursue a path that interests them and not only look to participate in activities that look attractive to colleges. Your passion should outweigh the importance of attending the best colleges in the long run and should be prioritized despite society's expectation of students to relentlessly work. Through a better understanding and appreciation of your own individuality and passion, you can better succeed as a person.